Charlie Rae is now ready with his royal bulletin. Welcome, Charlie.
Hello, matey.
Thanks for joining me. Let's talk about a serious story first. Well, they're both serious stories, but this is particularly serious. That Prince Harry shocked us all, I think it was on Monday morning, by suddenly turning up for the court proceedings, which are the preliminary stages of the legal battle between him and other celebrities like Elton John, Liz Hurley, Sadie Frost, who are all trying to sue the Daily Mail group for invading their privacy, using various surveillance techniques, tapping their phones, hacking their phones. These are the allegations. The Mail denies this. But he turned up, much to the surprise of everyone, to watch the proceedings.
I don't think it was a surprise to the royal family as well.
Wasn't it?
We didn't actually see him because, as I understand it, he didn't stay at Frogmore Cottage. And remember, Frogmore Cottage is the place he's being kicked out of, but not for a few months yet. And I understand he's been staying with some friends in London while he was here. He was only here for a few days. I mean, clearly a concentrated effort by him. People like Dorian Lawrence, Elton John, David Furnish, Sadie Frost to turn up on the various days to try and underline their case against the Mail and the Mail on Sunday. I don't think, Harry and the others would have seen the rest of the week going their way, to be perfectly honest. The judge was quite... put the Defence Counsel, David Sherborne, in his place on occasion because he wanted to introduce some so-called confidential documents that were deemed to be confidential at the Leveson inquiry and so therefore couldn't be revealed, and they lost that point. And everything seems to hinge on this. Well, there's a number of so-called private detectives allegedly involved, but one in particular who they say he has admitted that he has worked for the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday in bugging phones and doing all sorts of things. Now, his statement is contrary to that. He has specifically said he has not worked for the Daily Mail or the Mail on Sunday on any of these matters. Yeah.
I mean, we mustn't preempt whatever decisions may be made in this trial, in this legal drama, as it were, but I think we're entitled to discuss how it's going. And I think on Planet Harry, he just thought, oh, this is me, Harry, and these lovely celebrities, and we're suing an evil newspaper. Everybody hates newspapers, so therefore, what can possibly go wrong? Well, actually, the proceedings this week went fairly badly wrong, I think, for Harry and his mates. It went well for the newspaper, didn't it?
Yeah, reading what was going on in the case, it didn't go at all well for Harry and co. As you quite rightly say, we're going to have to wait and see how it all pans out at the end. But the other point of this as well is time limit. When these allegations effect was out of time for the court, so we'll have to wait and see how the judge rules on all this as well. But it's great to see a newspaper fighting these sort of cases, to be perfectly honest, because there's too many people just climbing on a bandwagon and trying to get some money out of newspapers.
Yeah, it is that. This is the bedrock of this case. Yet another case where the assumption is that everybody who's against the newspaper is lovely and right, and the newspaper, naturally, being a newspaper, is evil and wrong. As you quite rightly say, Charlie, the Daily Mail is sticking up for itself.
And I'm not trying to say that some of the wrongs that were actually done by some newspapers, I'm not trying to cover up or paper over it. That yes, there were some wrongs. Not all of them were wrongs, but there were some wrongs, and money was paid out to various celebrities. But there's an awful lot of celebrities, an awful lot of people jumping on that bandwagon.
Yeah. I mean, my estimation of it so far is that Harry and his mates, his celebrity mates, could be in for a shock on this one.
I'm with you. Reading what went on in that court this week, it was not 100% for them. There was a lot of questions that the judge was asking, and there was a lot of put downs by him against the Sherborne and Co.
Yeah, and you just wonder if, horror of horrors, Harry finally loses a legal case, perhaps he'll stop suing everyone at the drop of a hat every day.
Well, he's got a season ticket for court cases. So
got the judge on speed dial. Yeah. Let's move on. Another issue concerning Harry. This is getting quite serious, actually.
Yes,
of course, I think I'm going to see if my production team have got this. Have you got Harry ready, talking about drugs being the windscreen? Oh, OK, apparently we can't play that. Well, recently he admitted taking drugs. Well, we know that. And he said that hallucinogenic drugs were the windscreen wipers that cleansed his mind. You know, I want to just say, Harry, you're nearly 40. Only kids of about 16 come out with that kind of rubbish. But that's what he said. He says he smokes cannabis regularly and so on and so forth. Now, he's admitting illegal use of drugs. Talked about cocaine use as well. Now, that's illegal in America, as it is here. And the question is, when you fill in your visa application to even go to America, let alone live there, you have to say, you know, have you got any convictions for drugs? So obviously in Harry's case that would be no. But you also have to answer the question, have you ever taken illegal drugs? Now, we don't know what Harry answered there.
No,
but if you answer yes, trust me, I think it'll cause you some trouble getting to live in America. So we don't know what he answered, but a think tank over there, a right-leaning think tank, has demanded from the American authorities a copy of Harry's visa application, and under the wonderfully free, transparent American system, the American authorities have to hand that over by April the 12th. Now, if Harry lied and said, I've never taken illegal drugs, then this think tank are going to go hell for leather and say, he's lied, he's got to go. I mean, this could be serious. This could be serious.
It is very, very serious for Harry. And if the authorities actually knew beforehand that he had taken drugs, there's going to be a few jobs lost somewhere along the line, because you can't have one law for a rich prince and another law for just a normal celebrity. I mean, I think I'm right in saying that Nigella Lawson
she wasn't allowed to go after admitting she'd done a couple of lines of coke. She wasn't allowed to go to the States.
The late Amy Whitehouse as well. She wasn't allowed to go. So it's going to be very, very interesting. As you quite rightly say, and you know better than I do, that Americans are very hot on this. They don't like people who take drugs coming into their country, particularly asking for visas to stay there.
And they certainly, as you quite rightly alluded to there, Charlie, the one thing Americans really hate is special treatment for VIPs.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, and also as well, Harry and both Harry and Meghan got an awful lot of support from America when it all happened, Megxit all happened and everything. But that support has been dwindling quite a lot just recently. And I'm pretty sure that the Americans do not view Harry and Meghan as the golden couple that they once were.
Indeed. But talking of Meghan, I mean, we're seeing a lot of Harry lately. He never stops talking about this, that and the other. As we said, surprise visit to Britain. Where's Meghan these days?
Well, now this is really interesting. Now, Meghan, apparently it's been revealed in the accounts of the Archwell Foundation that she has paid $90,000 to Michelle Obama's former press secretary.
Really?
And now this has reopened has Meghan got aspirations to pursue a political career leading to the White House?
Oh, God.
I'm laughing about God help us all. Come back, Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Now, she's paid this money over for advice on Archwell, but there is the speculation that this lady knows all the right people in the Democratic Party, and if you remember, Meghan did actually contact an awful lot of senators at one time to try and get them to back some sort of family law not so long ago. I mean, she rang them up on their own mobile phone. She got a list of numbers and everything else, and rang up. So it's speculation as to why, she's paid this money to this lady, and we'll have to wait and see if in fact that is a course. Of course, as well, if she decides to stand, she'll have to give up her royal title.
Oh, God. Honestly, I don't know what to say. One last point before you go, Charlie. To go back to Harry's visit to Britain this week, a surprise visit, shocked everyone. But what did emerge from this is that there was that both King Charles and Prince William made it very clear they did not have time in their schedules to see the visiting prince. And I think this laid bare the full depth of the rift in the royal family between Harry and the rest. It really is severe, isn't it?
Well, that's why I made the point earlier on that Harry was actually staying with friends and didn't go to Frogmore Cottage. Now, Frogmore Cottage is basically across the royal courtyard from where Adelaide Cottage is, where William and Catherine live. So it would have been quite easy for Harry to go there and for one of them to make an offer to come round for a cup of tea or whatever. Didn't happen. I don't think William wants to be in the same room as him. His dad certainly doesn't, because he escaped to Germany to carry on with his royal visit. But there was only one day where he could have seen Harry if he really wanted to, and clearly he didn't. There's nothing for them to do.
He didn't want to see his son. He's had enough, nor did William want to see his brother.
The other thing, Kevin, is it is appalling that young man, Harry, has not yet told his father and brother, let alone the palace officials, whether he or his wife are going to attend the coronation yet.
Yeah, you know what that's called? That's called rudeness. It's as simple as that.
As simple as that.
Charlie, great to talk to you. Let's do it again next week. That was the former Royal Editor of The Sun, Charlie Rae.